is, and who has the best ideas, the best morals, who's had the most impacts. Because I think it's an interesting question. So to begin with, I don't know if people want to do introductions. I don't have much of one other than Smeth is amazing. I am fully on board with Smeth's side. And yeah, that's pretty much where we are. Does anybody else have any starting comments? Chris, Rezi?
It's like you literally said that we were going to do starting comments.
Yeah, like what the fuck's wrong with you back? Okay, Smeth.
It is a strange follow-up to say we're not doing starter comments and then ask for those.
Starting comments. Smeth is better than Will in every facet and function, and I am here today to go ahead and prove why, as a Smeth head, I feel better than being a Will and his panelist. All right, Chris has dog shit opinions. Smeth is my lord today. All right, I am a part of that. I am glorious to do battle with Beckett. But Will, I feel at the end of today, what I want you to understand is that necromancy exists, and that's your only fucking hope.
Oh, all right, shit. Will, opening statement. Yeah, give one.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Okay, no, hold on. Okay. How could me or Will possibly have an opening statement for how we like get your shit together? Like we don't even know what the questions are.
I don't even know what the questions are. It wasn't even my idea. It was Beckett's idea. I just did this.
You want an opening statement? You want an opening question? Let's start. So, Chris and Rezi, in your opinions, who has produced the best videos in the last year out of Smeth and Will? You can scale these any way you like.
Yeah, I know, it's cool. Poop Dick is an instant classic. I think it's simply one of the best artistic things that's been done in this space to begin with. And anybody who disagrees with me is just simply wrong. At the end of all of this, I will let you know, you will never fuck Smeth's wife. You will never fuck Smeth's wife.
Look, I'm not prepared to shit on Will's YouTube videos.
Is this what we're doing? I thought we were debating Barbie or some shit.
Yeah, I was roped into this. I was told it was going to be about Barbie. I was told it was going to be about Barbie. And then
like move into Barbies. We can move into the conversation about Barbie in a minute, okay? Rez looks like he hasn't showered in a week. Smith is a Mr. Girl Mona Lisa looking wannabe ass, okay? And look at Will. Will has a suave existence on this platform.
You're a literal anime demon.
He took part in 2 Pride parades, and his debates in this space are a fucking icon, okay? I haven't watched either one of the videos of. I haven't watched any videos of either one of these 2 people. But Smith tweets some dumb shit, and it annoys me. Okay, so I am here to fight him.
That's true.
I don't really know if my Twitter timeline's that much better.
I don't follow you on Twitter.
Why did you tweet out gang stalking earlier?
So, you'll see.
Are you doing another fucking ARG?
On.
You didn't do the last one properly.
That's what we should do. You should open up their Twitters. You should start pulling up random tweets and put them up to public scrutiny in here with me and Rez.
Yeah,
I think take them apart.
I love my tweets. Go ahead. Oh, how about the one with the Island Boys where I said the Island Boys? I thought it was hot.
Okay, you
guys know what I'm talking about?
Well, it was hot. To be fair.
It was fucking hot. Okay.
Smeth, what is your Twitter?
My Twitter is real Smeth on Twitter.
Okay, cool. Give me a sec.
I only thing I saw was that video of them kissing, and I was just like everybody's like they're twins, right? Yeah, it's incest twins like coming out as gay. And being twins, but like twins is the only case where like incest is like not necessarily like fucked up because there's no power dynamic or anything. It's just like it's just weird, and I don't know. They're like skinny boys kissing with tons of tattoos. It's like, oh, it's kind of hot.
Is this the first?
We're gonna have a look at your tweets. I think that's the way we start. We'll start with Smeth, obviously the better tweeter. So I don't think that's a hard decision. Smeth heads welcome. A classic entry line. I think you'll find.
The banner is really good too. It kind of like
it's great.
It insinuates that like Smeth is like terrifying, and I think that's fine. I think that's good. I like that.
Yeah, it's a strong banner. Should we see one of like his latest video? Let's
go
thankful.
ahead. That one's the pinned one. It's been there forever. Give it a watch from the beginning. It's good.
Shit today. I just gotta fucking take a shit. The toilet is asking for it, and it's hungry, and I gotta take a shit. And God says, "Son, you will take a shit. I'm gonna feed you as much as you need so you can fucking shit down the fucking toilet." And I flush that shit, and the toilet says, "Thank you, Seth. Thank you, Seth. Thank you for praying to God, and thank you for being a holy man. Thank you for being a moral man. Thank you for being a good man." And that's how I know that every time that I eat my own cum, I'm recycling it and I'm feeding it to the toilet. Just let me shit today. I just gotta fucking.
That's a fucking instant classic. Instant fucking classic from fucking Smeth, dude. Okay. You're looking at the high price of doing absurdist content, which I think Will attempts to do, right? And you got shit like this. Smith just did this in an offhand in a parking lot, drunk as fuck, got a fucking cage on his cock. All right, and he's fucking going for it, dude. I'm sorry. That 45 seconds is better than Will's entire library, and I've never seen it before. I feel better now having been here to go ahead and experience that.
Chris, go ahead, defend him.
I think it's.
What, defend Will? You haven't pulled up anything of Will's yet. Currently, like, I'm trying to pay as little attention as I can to Smeth's shit, but like, Jesus Christ.
Let's go
I really don't have anything that can compare to that.
No.
Sure.
If you wanna start us off with, okay, shut up, Will. I'm the one defending you. Okay, you just sit there.
No,
quiet and look
Will insult me.
Will's entire team is so afraid of letting Will talk for himself.
Open up the beautiful fucking thumbnail that he did for us, and compare it with the effort that Smeth decided to put into his show in here today. But my boy probably didn't want to put effort because wash his hair. That's why he's wearing that goofy ass looking hat. Okay,
not true. Actually, it's fresh out of the shower. It's still wet.
Look at that. Look at the art.
Will
behind
looks
that.
like a literal taupe dirt shit right now. He is like all covered in brown. There's no life behind his eyes.
Will looks like
dying.
He just came back
He's
from
literally dying. He
after
came from a funeral for
different
Bilbo
women
Baggins.
and your mum. Okay,
that's what
my
he's
boy
doing.
Will is looking beautiful right now. I will not have any disrespect.
You're trying to go ahead and bring off the fact that Will literally is just the color of what he is. Shit.
Look at the shirt he's wearing right now. Look how beautifully it composes with his eyes, okay? I am tired of middle-aged white men telling me and my friends how they're supposed to dress, okay? Put on something more creative than a tank top.
Okay, wait. If you Beckett and Rez are on Team Smeth. If Wazonia's not going to be here, it has to be Chris and me on Team Will.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize.
Go ahead.
Fine with that. I'm 100% okay.
Can I just say before we jumped into it, because I have to be careful with the comments here because I am on side Will. I don't think I've ever seen anyone as unhappy to be taking part in a panel as Will has been for the last 7 minutes. Like, what's going on, Will? Talk to me, buddy. I'm here for you.
Well, because we didn't know what was going on, so we're both of us.
We're just swinging it.
Look, I had to
look at me. We are connected, okay? Right now, you're holding my toesies. We have a real close-hearted connection. Tell me how you're feeling. Tell me how's it going. Tell me why are you feeling this way right now.
You are both being scored on your ability to deal with awkward situations, because there is a scoring system for this.
That's beautiful, Beckett. Is anyone other than you doing the scoring? Because I don't trust you as far as I can throw you, you ginger fuck.
Alexa is doing the scoring.
How are you? Okay. Okay.
I'm playing Call of Duty.
Is doing the scoring.
Real here. I don't know if we can trust the
Okay, Will talk to me.
I'm playing Call of Duty. Don't worry about it.
Will, it's your time to shine. Tell me how you're feeling. Tell me what's going on in that beautiful head of yours. What's your next video plan? How are you doing tonight? Who did you bang last?
Do you want them answered in that order?
Any order you choose, baby girl. Just fire them away.
I'm feeling all right. I think this is very strange. I don't know what I'm doing. This is an hour earlier than I expected, so I'm a little groggy. That's just because I fucked up the times. And then Shit, what's the next video about? There's 2 videos in the work. Game stalking I can't fucking talk. The gang stalking phenomenon is the first video. And then the second video is are accents racist? So we got those in
I
production.
like that second one. Tell me why do you hate British people? Yeah, walk me through that one.
I love British people. I'm actually a big Anglophile. I fuck with British media pretty hard. But yeah, right. so yeah. You're making what do you guys think is the most? What do you guys think is the most racist accent?
The most racist accent. Your accent. I mean, my accent. I don't know.
No, Italians. Doing Italian accents, definitely the most racist.
No, it's when people do the clicks with the African sounding clicks. I think that's probably
it.
Yeah.
Is that even an accent at that point?
I think it just means
it's not even.
Yeah.
But what about all those? What about all those like
speaking a different language and accent? Is that what we're going with here?
Yeah, like that when you start speaking like Ebonics, that's not like that's different.
Did you go abroad, Will, and you were just like listening to the natives there, and you were just like, I fucking hate this accent. I don't understand a word they're saying. Who fucking taught them English?
No, I've been like really getting into watching a lot of comedy lately, and I just think it's really interesting, you know, that it's like certain races are allowed to use certain accents and like others aren't. And I just think it's really interesting. Like if I sped run through all the accents right now, like by the end of it, I'd be canceled.
Go for it, Will. I am here for it.
Okay, this reminds me of. Okay, you.
No, you first.
Okay, I just reminds me of something that happened to me like I don't know, like many years ago. Like I had a quasi roommate that was like my roommate's friend living on our couch. And he's like alt-right, like Nazi adjacent guy. It was like weird. And I was at the mall with him, and like we asked for directions from like the mall security like woman. She was like really deep like Hispanic accent, and she barely spoke fucking English, and he's just looking at her and nodding, and she's talking. She's like, oh, and he has no fucking idea what she's saying, and I had no idea what she's saying, but he kept nodding. And then after we left her, I was like, all right, so where do we go? And he's like, I have no fucking idea. I was so pissed at him. I was like, if you don't fucking understand her, tell her I don't understand what you just fucking said. And like, it doesn't matter if it makes you feel like rude. Like if you genuinely don't understand someone, it's not rude to tell them you don't understand. You don't have to pretend you understand someone who speaks in a heavy accent. I hate that.
Base king.
Yeah, I hate when people don't speak English properly as well. As far as I'm concerned, English is the only language, okay? Anyone who doesn't speak English as the first language is a fucking waste of space. And you, Beckett, you British people included in here, just to be super clear.
Oh yeah, no, that's
through my Twitter.
Well, can I ask a question? Like,
no.
Will.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
No,
we're here
for. Let's ask a question. You're putting out like stuff that's like, actually, do you know what? Gang stalking thing could be really interesting. Can I ask, like, with some of the intentions behind things of doing things like the like official panel and stuff for like accents and things, is that like, do you feel any similarities there between the trans genocide panel that you pushed out and got a lot of criticism for? Why does it have to be the official panel? Like, I'm just wondering about the wording there.
Yeah, it's the official one because it's the branding, you know. It's the official Will and his channel.
Yeah, that's a fucking good way to brand shit. That's great.
Fuck you for even asking that question, Becky. It's official because Will's the one who's leading the charge,
that's
okay?
Right.
You bigoted fuck.
Yeah.
It's official because Will is the only person I would trust to have that conversation responsibly, okay? Maybe Mr. Girl as well, but that's neither here nor there. It's official because Will has said so, and I'll have no more of this disrespect.
Oh, no,
someone's going to get fucking hurt.
Fair enough. Are you going to run another ARG around anything? Is that done? Are you done with ARGs now?
It might be currently going.
Might be.
Wait, Will, did you just say you may be doing something, but you don't know?
He knows. He doesn't want to reveal. He doesn't want to ruin his artwork for your fucking memes. Okay.
No, I'm just asking.
He's giving you all you're gonna get. He's giving you a little wink, wink, and a nod, and that's all you're gonna get rid of him.
I don't think that this is like Smith. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to disagree with you because again, I love everything about you. You are my perfect.
I know,
king.
but you have to. You have to because I'm defending Will now.
No, this is where it gets
Rez,
weird.
you want more information, so you subscribe to his Patreon and you wait nicely, like the rest of us drones, for him to drip more into your mouth. Okay? He told you all he will
I don't
say.
wait nicely ever. You have to understand. I'm not a good person. I don't care. I'm here of like death and hatred. That's it.
I want to say, you say all of that and I can hear you, but you give off tremendous bottom energy.
I know right now, yeah, dude, I'm stoned as shit. I've been like smoking, I've been fucking doinking for fucking hours at this point.
Oh, that wasn't an insult. Don't get me wrong. I'm here for it. Like you're looking nice.
Doinks are great.
Nice
I am
tasty,
so
okay?
comfortable right now. I am living my best fucking life, and I'm gonna go outside later.
I wish I could say the same about my boy Will.
Because you
But
can't go outside,
Will, you dead ass. You sit there and you're staring at your monitor. As soon as the panel's over, you're gonna walk outside the door and you're gonna batter a random woman.
You can't show your face. You're ashamed to go around in public. Okay, the children see your fucking face and they're like, "Where are his eyes? Where are his ears? There is nothing to him." You are the
I can't hear
embodiment of that Princess Bride fucking.
I feel like I'm that guy from Clockwork Orange.
Fucking bed, being like, I'm gonna cut out your eyes and all that shit. You are that. You have lost all of everything. You have no form. You are the hollowed out existence. That's why you support Will. You like Will because Will makes your mediocrity seem somewhat better. And that's all you'll ever fucking be. You are a demon anime person. Demon anime person. I don't even know who you are. You don't exist. You smell like shit. You DM me about something and you ignore me. You're a bad friend. You look like shit. You smell like shit. You got that same fucking weirdo shit you're talking about. What am I gonna learn about now? You're the fucking dog.
All right. What the fuck is going on here? This is
Is that you? Is that you? You purple haired little shit.
Okay.
What are the lines on your face? Have you gone ahead?
Everybody shut the fuck up. This sucks. Nobody can hear shit.
Right, Smith, is anyone
Nobody can hear either.
Do you want to stop saying mean things to my friends?
Hey, Beckett, can we get this like Beckett? Can we get it like 5% more on the rails? Like just like 5% would be fine.
Okay, 5% more on the rails. That's fine. I can do you 5%. Okay. So I've got here's the next thing. Both of you have been around for a while. You're both part of Mr. Girl's community. You've both recently we've looked at
me more than him.
Sunday to talk. Which one of you said me more than him?
Being a part of Mr. Girl's.
Why would you want to admit that?
So,
I don't know. Because I'm on Will's side.
So recently there was a stream where Smeth talked to Sunday about his recent video, and Sunday had some pointed kind of stuff with like how Smeth could have focused more. And at the same time, we've got like the stream that's just happened with Spicy Chat with Will and their criticisms of Will's interactions with Mr. Girl. Out of both of you, who do you feel like he loves more?
Love.
Wait, sorry, I was fixing my hat.
That's what I was just about to say.
Wait, what is the last part of what you said? What was that question part?
Which one do you think Max loves more? Because both of you have like said before that you want to be considered colleagues rather than orbiters, or just fans.
I think he likes Smith more.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't assume that.
I'm pretty certain.
I don't want to even answer this question. It makes me like I interact with him more, so and I'm the one that people say is gonna like wear his face as like a skin and shit like that.
That's just alpha shit. That's just alpha shit. Let's be real.
You can't like have like things like I don't know like so like Will does his the thing about Will is he's done his own thing like way more than me. But like my big video is like I knew I was gonna get a decent amount of views because I'm considered a Mr. Girl orbiter and I'm covering like his thing. It's about Destiny, so I knew I'd get a decent. That's why I originally started making it. Will has done a lot more videos about things he's actually like interested in. Like I need to do I don't have as many videos as him, and I need to focus on just making more videos on shit that I care about.
No, just do whatever you're doing. It's just better than him fundamentally. Your audio's better somehow.
That's because I asked. That's because I asked Max about microphones. He told me what to get for cheap.
Based in Shrek build.
I don't agree with that personally. I think I have better audio, but maybe. At least in Schrodinger's stash.
Yeah, you would say
I mean,
that.
that audio is fucking. The audio is mint. I fucking mastered the shit out of that audio. You should listen to it with headphones if you haven't.
Do you feel like your work suffered, Will? Because since you've lost your editor, I assume you're doing your own editing and things. Do you
mean since he dropped his editor like an absolute fucking Giga Chad alpha male? He told him, you know what, you can go and fuck yourself.
Dropped.
Yeah, what I heard that his editor put copyrighted music and he fucked him over when he eventually got fucking monetized.
I heard that Will was the one that supplied him the music.
No, he didn't use like rarely any of my music and my shit.
I don't know anything else about this.
Also, they didn't edit any of my most like important shit. And everything that they did edit is all that bullshit is gone off my channel. That shit might as well not even have existed.
Did you do the Extreme Dad video?
Of course I did. Yeah,
of course you did.
Because memes aside, I have some fucking questions about this video, particularly the first one, because it seems to me that you pull a bit of a trick. Like I think you've heard my criticism before that you let clips run way too fucking long. But in the first half of that video,
series, but
well, okay, like it feels too long for the first one as well. But like in the first Extreme Dad video, you supply an awful lot of fucking evidence of the history of Extreme Dad for the first half of that video. And the second part of that video, you're very evidence light and assertion heavy. And I'm wondering, like, why you sort of take Extreme Dad's word for it, despite all the previous clips of Extreme Dad being a bit fucking crazy. Because, like, you must have looked through that and been like, this doesn't link up, right?
You think that in the first Extreme Daddy Festo, I was evidence heavy, and in the second one,
I think the first part was evidence heavy. I think the second part was like a conversation with Extreme Dad, where you were going over the allegations, and you were like, "Well, no one was in the VC. No one can know if he was AFK. It doesn't seem like."
So you're saying that he presented you with evidence, and then he had a conversation with Extreme Dad that relied on said evidence after having presented it, and you have a problem with that?
No, the problem is that he provides a load of evidence for the stuff that's happened, and like the timeline, but he doesn't provide any evidence for the assertions he's making in the video.
Here, the thing is that I feel like, you know, like a re-edit or whatever, like the perfect video, it would have elements of the Extreme Daddy Festo Part 2, like, incorporated into the first one, and then the order would be slightly different. So, it's just like with any investigation, like, I'm gonna try to make this quick, I'm sorry. So, Extreme Daddy Festo Part 1, I knew it was gonna come out, and I knew that more shit was gonna come out. So, like, I knew that no matter what, some of my timeline was gonna get fucked up in Part 1. I just knew, no matter what. So, when that came out, all the new info came out. My goal with the second one was to, I still think I provided a bunch of evidence, but I provided all of the evidence that came out after the fact. And I gave a revised, you know, opinion on the order of events that I thought happened. And I think I say something in Part 2 where it's kind of like, you know, like halfway up through Extreme Daddy Festo Part 1 is still canon. That's exactly what happened, you know? But it's after, some of the stuff after that is a little bit rearranged due to the new evidence. You know, and then Chud Logic, you know, he really finished it out, you know, because he interviewed Extreme Dad. Dad confessed that he did delete those messages, and then Extreme Dad talked to Vosh, that was like a month or two ago, and had his little ending there. So Extreme Daddy is done, you know? My little arc with him is completely finished. I wouldn't change a thing.
And he's been gone from the internet since, okay? Will fucking annihilated him. No one's even heard that name ever since that video dropped, okay? He's been real quiet.
I mean, yeah, that is true. That is true. He sort of has to be now. Ironically, in a defense video, Will sort of accidentally seems to have destroyed him. I don't know if that's probably for the best.
No, like
okay? Will has been humble, but that was the intention. He was going after his fucking balls, okay, and he succeeded. Look at Will. That is the face of a man who's finished the mission.
Wait, didn't he pop up again on a Wick panel because Wick had like?
No, that's someone else you're thinking of. Will
that was the
killed
Bosch
Oh
that
no,
guy.
he did. No,
That was the
String Dad
Bosch
did
thing.
pop up recently on.
Yeah, he got
a,
to talk to Vosh again. That was pretty good for
and
him,
Bosch was
because
like, "Who the
he's
fuck are you?"
obsessed with that. So
Yeah.
Sure. Sure.
he got
Yeah,
to do
I
that.
think
You know?
it's. I mean, you're both. Let's be honest. I know both of you hate the term hobbyist, and I know you take this seriously, but you're both people who, with relatively small audiences, seem to have people pretty divided on the opinions of you, right? Like just the idea of throwing you both in a panel together for something like this, people are like, oh, that's a really interesting idea because people have formed these strong opinions about you, and I think they've formed them outside of Max. Do you guys have any thoughts into why that is?
What do you mean by outside of Max?
Because I don't think it's just your attachment to Max that means that people have formed these strong opinions about both of you. Like, I think
No,
that
I've gotten myself into. Well, no, both of us have gotten ourselves. Like, I feel like
Smeth
I've
has never
gotten
done
myself.
anything a hint as bad as Will.
I've gotten myself
Will is
into some shit.
simply worse.
Will
haven't really
trudged
got yourself
through.
into shit.
Will
just
has
talk shit
trudged
on
through
Twitter.
fucking. He has trudged through fucking swamps to get where he is. Okay.
Okay. And
I am like tiptoeing around like dog shit,
yeah,
and
like
I'm
you
stepping in it
shitpost.
sometimes.
You
You know.
literally shitpost on Twitter. That's the worst that you do. Okay. Will's head is too big for his body. He's an abomination before God.
It is a perfect size.
It is not. It is not. Why are you laughing like that, Will?
Oh man, this shit's just really fun. Rez, I love you so much, dude. Fucking hilarious, bro.
This is what this is supposed to fucking be. It's just fucking yelling at people, dude. Fuck you.
Oh
You're not
man,
even trying hard
so
enough.
good.
And this is the thing, you're too kind. You're too gentle. You're too good for other people. Right? And one day we're gonna lose you, Smeth. That's what I worry about. I don't know how I'm gonna live with myself the day that we lose
Well, how do you think you're gonna lose me?
Well, it's gonna be like
Okay,
3 weeks from now.
so look with the
Be a quiet
hobbyist.
night.
Oh no, I know that there's a Smeth there's a Smeth video coming out. I know Sleepy's making a video.
Who's sleepy?
Sleepy,
Sleepy's making a video on you, really?
What
yeah,
the fuck
it's
is Sleepy?
the Smeth
Okay.
report. Sleepy's making a video called the Smeth report, and I'm terrified.
Why the fuck is Sleepy making a video on you? What the fuck is
So
he
what's
doing?
funny.
Why are you?
'Cause
Why
it's
are you
funny.
terrified? Like, look, I don't know either one
It's
of
a
you
good
guys very
video.
well.
Listen,
Like-
if Sleepy's making a video on him, I'd be fucking terrified too. Well,
I
It's
don't
gonna
know
be
who
a
to
hit
call him.
piece.
I don't know who Sleepy is, but like the worst I've heard of Smeth is that he's just like a Mr. Girl wannabe. That's like the biggest crime that I've heard Smeth's committed. Like,
And to be fair, a lot of people think that's a pretty serious crime.
Sleepy
yeah,
is a
to be
great
fair,
great
but also,
editor.
like,
Sleepy's a great editor. I'm sure it's going to be a good video. I'm going to have to deal with whatever the fuck is said in there. I know there's going to be like tweets of mine or random shit. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's going to be clips of me. I don't know what the fuck, but
well,
it's going to be.
If you think it's going to be about your Twitter, how serious do you usually like? How serious are you usually when you're on Twitter? Like, is it more shit posty, or do you like actually like put your opinions out there for scrutiny?
I put my opinions out there for scrutiny. Like sometimes they're edgy. Like I said that I think black women have like better mouths for blowjobs and nobody admits it.
Yeah, you did.
That's the most crazy thing I've said.
I don't know if that's the most crazy thing you've said. But,
well, the island. I'm saying
yeah,
the Island Boys thing was hot.
Yeah, that's one. That was it was particular.
That was a brave
Yeah.
take.
Yeah.
Do you think there's anything outside of the stuff that like most people know that might get brought up? Or
No, I don't think there's like anything like I've done like that's gonna be coming to light that's bad. It's just gonna make me look bad. It's gonna be embarrassing. But I mean, whatever.
Well, I just want to say this is like the golden time for current community members or ex-community members of Mr. Girl facing legal consequences as a result of nonsense in a bizarre relationship. So like if there's anything you want to share with before it gets published, just we're here for you, okay? You have a chance to come clean
I would like
before
to disavow
God.
that.
That is a crazy story.
Anything in your past
To be real,
actually fucking criminal, I'd like to not know about it beforehand.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Place for that right now, yeah.
I'm fucking
not a good idea.
I don't think there's anything.
Go ahead, admit to the crimes.
I have not done any fucking crimes.
Wait, hold
that
on.
I know of.
Any crimes related to fucking or any
I've not done any crimes related to fucking.
What are we doing?
And
New topic.
What about you, Will? Why do you think people have such a strong reaction to you? Because you've had like a couple of weird controversies. Like there was like the reaction from Supreme at the house party was a weird reaction. The like the stuff that happened with your editor, I think, was an understandable reaction. Chud's community has had a very, very strong reaction to you. I mean, like that's actively, I think, harming your viewership. I think that's probably fair. Most people are now watching your stuff through another fucking streamer putting it up, and obviously, what's the fucking other one? And the trans genocide panel was a really fucking strong reaction to you, and the stuff surrounding Polly. So you've had kind of these quite vitriolic reactions that, for somebody your size, and the content you create seems unusual, right?
I don't know. I think it means I'm doing something right. I like it.
Let me try and rephrase. Maybe.
Do you really? Are you really?
Like,
yeah.
I think what Beckett's getting at is that usually when the issue, and like, look, take this with a grain of salt, because I don't do YouTube videos, so like maybe I just don't understand how the space works. But usually when you have people be exposed to like huge content creators time and time again, and like their sub count barely fucking budges, that's a bad sign. Like that means that there is something happening where like people are not having a good type of a reaction, because they don't seem to be going over to your channel and subscribing and then following your work afterwards. So I think what Beckett's getting at is that whether you think that like any one of these interactions in particular was like specifically really bad, or was it just a combination, or do you stand by most of the things you said in those?
I just disagree with like the entire way that you frame any of that. I mean, basically in the last, 6 months, I've released, 2 videos, and one of them, got me 800 subscribers, and the other one is a really niche video, that's kind of something new that I've never released. I don't really think that like short films like really do that well on YouTube, to be honest. Like it's more like biography, kind of style stuff like that, video essays that usually do better in the algorithm. And yeah, it's all good, I'm trying to make something different, and the audience will come,
Hey, as long as you're happy, then that's fair.
Gotta make them audiences come.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, I don't disagree with you, because I'm all for doing different things. I think I said this to you ages ago. Like, if you want to leave Twitch poll, then just leave Twitch poll. That's fine. Lots of people like disconnect from communities and things. I think my questions, shall we say, the impacts that these interactions have for you seem disproportionate. Like you look at the video, like the feudal video, where you've got a lot of viewership there, and you were watched by Chud, Dylan Burns, Destiny, big people, and that's an understandable reaction to get sort of like 800 new subscribers. It's a 30,000 view video. That's really good for your size, but it didn't seem to have like a catch-on follow-on from like to other content you were making, and I'm wondering whether like you considered why that occurs, because I think that's an interesting question, right?
Well, that's because the only other video he made after that isn't like, so like he's not trying to typecast himself as you could, but it would be so like, I don't know how you could do it, but it would, whatever it would be really like soul crushing, honestly. Like the guy who makes videos for like about the drama between these big people and makes a narrative about it, like you could do that repeatedly over and over and over again. It would start to get it would get boring fast too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just like literally from Feudalist Hierarchy to Schrodinger's Stash, I think I released, I think I only live streamed 3 or 4 times that whole time in the span of like 3 months. So yeah, I've just been cooking up.
So I mean, like, I think that's fair. I just think I don't know, man. It's this interesting reaction you have, because even that, you've like barely released anything, and then the minute you do, people like latch onto it. Usually when people disappear for a bit, like Mindwaves, for example. Mindwaves disappeared for a bit, didn't do much, came back, and like the reception for Mindwaves to begin with was pretty warm, right? He'd been away for a while.
He went away to like misogynist camp, and then he came back like fully trained up, and he's like, like I've never seen like Mindwaves. Like he's like become like the most misogynistic person in all of the online politics, at least on the left. It's like he's like next to Zerka. He's like that. He's like that much of a misogynist. He fucking hates women. I'm saying it live. Come at me, fucking Mindwaves.
Sure, but it took time for that to like twist. Whereas I feel like Will's falls a bit harder, right? Like people's criticisms are a bit stronger, and like I mean, certainly like the reaction you had to Boots was incredibly aggressive. And I think that went both ways.
Fuck that bitch.
Oh shit!
Really? What the fuck's Boots done?
Man, I just hate people like when you interrupt people. Like at least interrupt me and say something smart. You know?
Would you not think Boots is smart?
We all start fighting each other. Jesus Christ, this is boring. Holy fuck! Start fighting. Start yelling. I'm so bored. I'm so bored. Do something. No one cares.
Yelling at each other.
With this liberal nobody on the internet. Do something. Be a content in your life.
This was just getting interesting. I'm interested in having an audience like base that's like older than fucking 12 years old. Okay.
No. Oh my god, no one cares. This is why no one watches you. Just fight, yell, fight. Jesus Christ.
I don't think that like
necessarily yell the F slur, like, Alexa.
Content means you can't have an audience. That's like slightly on the older
side. I'll take down Chud for a third time. I'll do it. Don't test me.
What about Chud?
I said the F slur on his stream one. I mean, he got banned for a week.
You did do that.
24 hours or something. I don't remember.
I think that there's so many people watching YouTube content. Like, I think if I just I think that if creators like us just keep upping up the consistency, should be able to get more viewership. But I do think that online poll, like, it really does have kind of a cap to like how many viewers you can potentially get. That's why like I'm really trying to just like break away from at least with the produced content, like entirely from the space.
Yeah, but you can't.
That's a cap. Hello? Oh, you're silent, Will. I don't think it has a fucking cap. I think it has a cap if you're trying to leech off of other people's audiences. But if you're trying to grow your own, I think you can like there's like so many fucking weird like politics like streamers and YouTubers that are just unconnected from the space. So I think it's just if you want to, I think it's like if you want to be like a Destiny Orbiter or Mr. Girl Orbiter, there's a hard cap, but doing your own thing is fine. No.
What's the next project, Smeth? Like, are you planning on doing something that's related to the space, or what you got going on?
I got some footage that's pretty funny that I'm gonna smack together. Are
you good?
Any details you care to share?
I mean, is it related to any criminal charges? Like, what the? Like, I think
no. You have a psychotic breakdown. What happened?
Like, because I looked at Resi. I looked at.
You mean Max's face?
No,
you got asked about your next project. And
I
you
looked at
cackling.
No, because I was thinking it's kind of more. I have like something in mind that's kind of more like poop dick, and I looked at Resi's face when I said that, and I started laughing.
I just that's what I'm here for. Poop dick content. The thing is, I think Smeth is capable of understanding the joke. And I think that's something Will just keeps missing, and it makes me sad on the inside.
I think the problem is as well. Like, listen, I kind of wanted to bring you both into a panel to see what would happen. I didn't have much structure for this because I was just sort of fascinated what would happen, like, and how you'd both react. Because one of the constant comments, not just for you, but for a lot of fucking Mr. Girl Orbiters, is like, I think there are three main fucking criticisms. Like, the content is incredibly smug. It is incredibly styled in a way that would feel like Max. And also it's boring.
I'm not.
I mean, I think that those like core criticisms, and like I'm not necessarily standing by all of them because I think there was interesting
you know what's boring? You know what's boring? A bucket of crabs, Beckett.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think you should fucking step outside your fucking glass house if you want to throw stones. Let's see you on the fucking street. I want to fucking throw stones out there, huh?
Well, I mean, I don't mind you throwing stones at me, Smith. I mean, you've done this previously, and that's fine. I think at least that's like interesting. I think that's a side note as well. You've both got personalities where when you're in a fucking argument, you can clearly argue. And I wonder why you don't bring any of that to your fucking content. Like the actual stuff, you sit down and like both of you, like when you actually produce things, it feels disconnected from who you are as people. I think that confuses.
I think that no, I think no, I don't think that my content. I don't think my content is like Will's content at all. I think we're very different.
Yeah, it's good.
And I think the type of content that I'm doing is very connected to who I am as a person. Like my whole fucking Destiny report is like it's just fucking dripping with fucking Smeth goop all over it. It's like everything about it is like everybody's telling me how rejection and shit. No shit, because it's my fucking opinion. It's my video with my opinions. Like it's not a fucking video essay. It's literally like what this fucking insane like meth-addled brain thinks. Okay, so
no, I
think someone make this interesting for the love of Christ before I go into do myself.
All right, I think that there's one thing that's stopping this from being interesting. If there's one thing, it's you, Queen Alexa.
So true. So true. Someone actually make this interesting.
No, not all.
Queen Alexa, like if you're gonna interrupt, ask a question. Like what you got for us?
I don't care. I do not care about this.
Okay, then fuck off, Queen Alexa.
I don't care about this at all. I don't care. Just make it interesting. Actually get viewers for one.
I will be.
Just do
I'm just
something.
gonna be honest.
You might have brought us together, Queen Alexa, but I'm just here to
Alexa,
enjoy myself now. You know?
Yeah, like that's like I think that's like another thing. I think that's another thing that I think is like a very, I guess like what we're just critiquing Will and Smith. You guys seem so disconnected. Like when we're in the lead up to this, you're like making fucking like banners and shit. Like the topic
I didn't make
of
a
the
banner.
Show. Okay.
You keep describing me as you keep talking about Will, and then
you were getting into it too, Smith. Shut the fuck up.
I didn't get into it until 2 minutes before, until 1 hour before this panel.
Oh my god!
I've been saying
everyone's been on fucking Twitter. You're all living online. Okay.
What do you mean getting into what?
You're getting into some shit, talking some shit, getting some smack up. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
You both
That's
get
my
into
boy.
it.
I like talking shit to Smith.
God damn it! I fucking just fucking hate each other a little bit. My fucking god! The whole point of this was Smith versus Will. Okay?
I don't make.
I think we're drawing comparisons.
I make enemies. He's not my fucking.
I want to talk about this some more. All right, here's a real criticism that we can talk about.
Okay.
I'm of the opinion that I think that Smeth is significantly more closer to orbit to Mr. Girl than I am. To a level where like I think like 6 months to a year from now, Smeth will be like as far out from the orbit as me. Like he'll want to be like that disconnected, I think, from Mr. Girl. And I think I like, as much as Becca keeps bringing up like, oh, Will, like you're a Mr. Girl orbiter and all this shit, like kinda, but it's like Mr. Girl doesn't shout me out. Like he doesn't like give me any promotion. Like I don't get any of those views.
Well, that's because you don't.
You know, shits on you
like
constantly.
You just
and
let
people
exactly
shit in your mouth, Will. You just let them shit in your fucking mouth.
Do you know one of the few things that you've done, Will, that everyone's like universally like that was based? It was the fucking Mr. Girl panel where like he had orbiters in criticizing him, and you were the only one who managed to struggle up any decent fucking criticism, while everyone else just sort of like saw who could wriggle into his arsehole.
Was fucking okay. No, if you wanted us to hate each other, that would have been the moment, because we were we were pissed at each other after that.
True.
I and everybody was egging Will on, and I was like, everybody was trying to egg me on, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna make this fucking happen. But like that panel, okay, you're a fucking retard if you think that panel was like, I called it the interrogation of Mr. Girl. I didn't call it the fucking hit piece on Mr. Girl. I was like, I asked questions about ethics because I wanted answers about ethics. He answered them, and some of them he didn't answer perfectly, like as good as I wish he could have. But I didn't come at him like to tell him that like he's a piece of shit or something. I came at him to get answers about ethics, and people are like mad at me for not like going for the throat. fuck, I got answers that are important.
Hold on, Smith. That entire thing makes no fucking sense. If you're gonna title something as an interrogation, you'd expect someone to be interrogated, right? Like, have you ever seen police officers talk to a potential criminal? It's like, well, and how do you feel? This action you have performed, ethically speaking, how do you think we should judge people who stab another with a knife?
So asking so you think what I should have done was ask leading questions and been like a police officer who's trying to convince you to fucking admit to something you didn't fucking do? And fuck that.
Essentially,
no.
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
Mr. Girl's police interrogation. A police interrogation is a sham, and they're just trying to trick you. So that's not what I'm interested in doing. Maybe I did mismit if that's what you're fucking thinking that I meant, but no. I'm not gonna do that's fuck. If that's the content you want, it's not gonna come from me, buddy. Go to some other fucking retard.
Oh man, I was trying to trick that motherfucker. I was trying to like get him to go in a circle.
I was told that Smeth likes being pissed on. What's this about?
I've been pissed on like 3 times.
Okay.
And so it was fine. It was fine.
My base king just needs more ammonia in his system.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, would you get pissed on again?
Yeah, I would. It's important to make sure.
Twitch pull to piss on you, who would you choose?
If I had to what? Get someone in Twitch pull to piss on me?
Somebody has to piss on you.
Yeah,
in
one
this
person.
poll, someone has to piss on you. Who would it
Whoever
be?
drinks the most water.
I drink a lot of water.
Well,
are you offering?
There you go.
I might.
I mean, it seems like it. Like, and then Will later on had his interview with Mr. Girl, right? Which was like the one-on-one conversation, and I think people expected more out of you from that. Because, like, if you want like this,
I'm so fucking tired of everybody having expectations for what my shit's supposed to be. Like,
Well, I think you set those.
I still feel like it,
don't you?
But how? I really don't think so. I think that you get the Will in his channel flavor with every bite of Will. I think. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm like, fucking get high on my own shit over here. But like, I like to think that at least when I put it together, or I structure things, there's something about it where you're like, yeah, like that came from Will.
I mean,
whether you like it or hate
people
it.
Say that, well, yeah, sure. So sure. I think when people have expectations, though, I think it's partly because you come out with these like things where you're like, this is going to be great. It's going to be the best thing I've put out. And then it's a lack of like reflection or change.
It was great.
I think
that was a great interview.
What, the
Mr. Grill interview? That was a great interview.
Who is this?
Oh, who's me? Who's me? Smeth. I'm your worst fucking nightmare is what I am. All right, because not only have you managed to make this the most boring...
That does not, no, shut the fuck up. That doesn't answer my question. Who the fuck are you?
It doesn't matter who the fuck I am.
Well, then I don't want
to be the
here.
entertainer, aren't you? You're sitting here. You're supposed to be fighting with Will, right? This was Beckett's big idea of Smeth versus Will. Will has, and it's fucking sad that you haven't been able to do anything out of this.
I'll wait until you're fucking done.
You'll wait. You gotta talk really loud over me because you feel like you gotta control the conversation because you know that you're being fucking called out for being boring.
I don't know if you heard me. I said I'm gonna wait until you're fucking done, but it sounds like it sounds like you have nothing else to say. So what I'm gonna tell you is that I'm not your fucking monkey. So if you want to pin me against some person, if you want to pin me against someone just for your fucking entertainment, you're gonna fucking fail every time. So go fucking fuck off.
You're doing it right now. You're dancing like a fucking cymbal monkey, just like I want you to, because you're engaging with me. You don't fucking realize this. And Will, don't forget. You don't think I forgot about you, okay? You've fucking disappointed me beyond fucking belief. Ever since I stuck up for you when Chud was giving you shit, I thought genuinely that you could actually be a good person and a good content creator. And I stuck up for you. And what happened? Like, yes, the fucking whole using the YouTuber as like a fucking medieval thing. I got a little bit of a chuckle at that. Fair play on that, but it was really fucking like, there was a lot of incorrections and shit like that, but that's the semantic aspects of it. But ever since then, it's just to the point where you've become so fucking boring, and you say you don't want to be part of the commentary community, and I remember this because you did this whole shit with Chud, and then it's like, every fucking time you come right back to it. So, like, when are you going to leave that commentary community and do something original, that you keep saying that you're going to do? Come on, Will.
I already did.
You already did.
Yeah.
Then why are you here right now? With commentary people, with Rezi, with Beckett, with Cry Speaks, with Queen Alexa. These are all commentary creators, and you are yet again in this fucking circle.
More Twitch poll than commentary, to be fair.
You're all commentary. Shut up, Rezi.
I don't actually do anything.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about, or?
Do I have anything else that I want to talk about? No, I want fucking answers is what I want. Where is all this shit that you said that you have these great fucking ideas for? Because I genuinely think that you really want to create these ideas, but you give up halfway through it because you get bored. And then you get right back into the fucking cycle of this again.
I disagree.
You disagree?
I do.
That's all you have to. You don't have any defense. You don't have any rebuttal, like actual fucking evidence to support this.
Do you have any evidence? I mean, you're just.
You're here right now, are you not?
As far as I'm concerned, I mean.
You're here right now, are you not? You're within the Twitch poll community again, arguing with some fucking guy who I barely fucking know, and who is legitimately more boring than fucking Rezi, which is really fucking hard to do.
I got a question here. Why are you here?
I am vibes.
Why am I here?
Yeah, why are you here?
Why am I here? It's because I'm fucking bored of the same shit every fucking time. When someone mentions you or fucking Smeth, you guys are fucking boring me. You guys are supposed to be entertaining. You guys are the next cycle of creators. And if this is what it is, that's really fucking sad.
I think what's sad is wasting your time coming into this Discord and trying to have a conversation with us. I think that's pretty sad.
Trying to have a conversation. No, I'm fucking bringing the problems to you because you and fucking Smeth couldn't fucking start a fight even if one of you threw a fucking piss water balloon at each other.
Okay, God, this guy's really fucking boring. Do we have like something else that we want to talk about, or he's just muted? Like on my end.
Well, I have a question on a. So I have a question for you on sort of like a similar note. Maybe I'll try and bridge like a gap because like you and I, we don't know each other very well, Will. I don't think I've ever interacted with you before in like any capacity, but just like hearing what I hear in the spaces, right? Like I do like fucking Twitch poll adjacent shit. I'm not on YouTube at all. So like just hearing things like you don't want to be called an orbiter of Mr. Girl. You don't want to be called a hobbyist. You're like annoyed that people have these expectations of you. You want to move away from Twitch poll or the commentary community. Why do these things like actually matter to you? Because like it seems to me like I've just had a look on your YouTube. You've released 2 videos in the last 5 months, and it seems like your priorities are just in like the completely wrong place. Like who gives a fuck what like they call you? Just pump out content, right? And eventually you will go in the direction you want to by just doing that, presumably.
I agree. That's I don't know what to say. Everyone I think makes all these assumptions. Like I used to stream like 4 days a week, like for a couple hours a day, 2 or 3 hours a day. And 2 or 3 months before Feudalist Hierarchy of Art, of online poll, I was just like, yeah, like this shit ain't for me. So you can go, check the receipts. Like I stopped streaming, then I made this video, and then I made the video, and then I kind of did a couple things, and then I went away, and then I made another video. Now I'm here doing a couple things, and then I'm gonna go away again. I think that this is the pattern of Will that you're gonna see. I think that this is what I've shown people for the past 6 months. And I think I have the evidence to back that up. Yep. Like, someone show me something if you disagree,
I think.
Also, one more thing, really quick. I'm sorry, just really quick. And the reason why I'm here too, is like in the sense of like online poll, is like I fuck with most of the people here, Like, I fuck with Beckett, and Queen Alexa's dope, and I really enjoy Reservoir, and Smeth's my boy. Like, I fuck with the people here. That's the number one reason why I'm here. If this and Zonia too. Well, just because I've never. To be fair, we've never engaged, right? Like I've never talked to.
I would like to thank Destiny and Vosh for their influence in my life. I am incredibly fond of fucking just random Twitch poll people.
MFN list, let's go.
Yeah, Rhizome, absolute legend. Okay, not so erudite, big W. Yeah, let's just thank all of them, Will. Yeah, I'm not feeling excluded enough. You absolute dickhead.
You've had a couple conversations with Elder Drazi, right?
Yeah, I quite like Drazi.
Yeah, I've caught up on those. That's how I know you mostly. Yeah.
Okay, so you do know me, and then you decided to. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, just make it worse.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry, just digging it deeper.
I mean, like, listen, Will. I think the core of what I'm trying to get to, and why I wanted to have Smeth on, and listen, I expected one of you to run really fucking early on this. I had no idea how I was going to.
Smeth didn't run though. Frankly, this guy's really annoying. I just muted him.
Listen, no, sure, we can frame this any way we like. But I was fascinated to see if I could even get either of you to argue. I clearly can't. But my thing is, does it not fascinate you that like you like have driven this level where people will just be like, yeah, cool, that's something I want to see. I want to see Will get shot on in a panel. Like, the other people who've done that are people like Polly, who have like seriously attacked people and called them fucking Nazis, or like Viv, or like, you know, or Max. Like, you have somehow reached a point where you, like, it's very difficult for you to release any fucking content, because even if you're disconnected, even if you're doing something different, it is instantly read through the lens of the people who are still watching you to see what the next fucking insane thing you do is. Like, if you've got this thing about gang stalking, and let's be honest, like, gang stalking and talking about that stuff is very close to the degen kind of content that I'd fucking do. But if you put that out, it'll only be seen through the Twitch poll lens. I have more of a fucking distance from Twitch poll than you do, and I'm not even trying.
Why would gang stalking? How's that related to Twitch poll?
I also don't think you have more of a distance away from Twitch poll than Will does. I think that you're looking at the
No. With my actual content type.
The viewership.
Beckett is in Twitch poll and stuff. Look at the names in his fucking audience. I recognize all of these people from the chats of other Twitch poll people. Yeah.
No, but like when I'm talking, what I'm talking about is the content and how it's read. Like again, like I'm sat here doing fucking.
You don't do anything other than streaming. What do you mean you're away from Twitch poll in your fucking everyday life?
No, well, like all the like produced content I've done is away from Twitch poll, and all the like. No, that's actually true. And like,
I haven't watched any of it.
My stuff is it's just fucking Chris doesn't watch me. What the fuck is this shit? And I'm sat doing like the thing like I. Who killed Chris Wolski? Yeah, like and like the things that most people have picked me up from are things like doing like furry coverage, brony coverage, like baby furs and like type stuff. Like that's not.
That was because I was there. Let's be fair, all right.
No, I mean even recently, but the point is like you want to have this lens where you're distant. You've said before, like you don't want to be content. So how do you think you've ended up as content? Because you can't. No one can do this to anyone else. People get bored. I think you've got more staying power in this than Lav had.
To be fair, throwing out false sexual allegations does that to you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if I really agree with that per se. That's interesting. I don't know. I don't know if I really see it like that.
Okay, well, how do you?
I think I have staying power, like to be hated.
Hold on. Sorry, say that again, Will.
You're saying I have staying power to be hated more than laugh? Yeah,
well, I'm easy
to bully.
Been burnt by the Radfam community quite seriously. She's just given her dog, her dog has ended up at the vets for like taking a load of painkillers, and no one fucking talked about it. No one cared.
Well, no,
you released it, yeah, but like barely for like fucking Radfam too. You released a video that was like a short film, and it was an entire week's content cycle.
Who watched it?
That was not an entire week.
I'm like
2-3 days. Max.
Wait, no one even watched it.
It was like
live.
Yeah.
Who watched it live? Like no one.
I watched it live. Zonia did.
Oh, thanks, Rez. I know Zonia did, but
yeah, it was like a 2-3 day. That's it. Like, I mean, to be fair with Smeth, like the most recent Smeth one is the Destiny report. I think a reason why people report. The part of why you don't watch that is because everybody's tired of the Destiny report. So that's not comparable, right?
Well, that's the point. You release an entire video on Max, no one fucking cares. Will releases a tiny fucking video, and like it's got at least 2 streams on it from like Human and Spice and the Spicy Pit. I had a look at it, and multiple other people had a look at it. I think Aiko's going to watch it, and it's not translating into views, right?
Fuck, that sucks, man. Honestly, I had no idea. Are people actually watching this fucking thing? It doesn't even have 200 fucking views. Like,
this is what I'm fucking
blow
talking
me,
about.
guys. Like, fucking go to my fucking video and watch this shit, or throw me a couple dollars, you fucking cunts. Like, what the fuck? I am actually like flabbergasted. Like, are people actually watching this shit?
You
like,
sent me the fucking.
I know, but like, I'm just surprised that I couldn't even. I couldn't even break 1,000. Dude, I'm just like surprised that I couldn't even break 500 fucking views. Like, it's just kind of a bummer.
Yeah,
you know, put my heart and soul into this fucking video.
And Chud made 10 grand off it. Was it 10 grand or was it 8 grand? Whatever. And like, you're putting in work. Yeah, no, not like this. Like, Chud made fucking bank off 6 months of Max's work. And like, I sat here and I made money. I made money watching your video.
Yeah.
Like, Human made way more fucking money than I did, unfortunately.
Yeah, but
like, this is a
keep in mind, like comparing the fucking the Mr. Girl like, what do you want to call it? It's not a manifesto. What's that incompetent report? It's not report. What's like the
Destiny report?
Yeah, like comparing the Destiny report to like a random Will in his channel video, it's probably like also like there's so much shit that went into Destiny report, so much like so many relationships, so many fucking bridges burning.
But it's a microcosm. It's a microcosm of that situation. That's my point.
Well, I hope the reason that you guys want to watch my shit is just because you hopefully I produce something that you think's valuable enough to watch. Even if you hate it,
because Will, it's like you do the same things.
What do you mean?
Well, let's take something.
What do you mean?
Hold on. Evan. No, we're getting something. Evan, I love you, but
it's just muted.
Like, Tone, 1 second, because like let's look at the Creationist Museum stream, because that's another one I sat down on stream and flipped through the Creationist Museum one, and it's interesting because like I think there are things that you seem to miss that are kind of fascinating to watch. Like the thing I actually like compared your Creationist Museum stream to was creationists themselves. We went through and looked at creationist content and how they go to normal museums and will interact with that and be like, that looks like a fucking dragon because the world was made 6,000 years ago and scientists are lying to us. You went to a fascinating place and read plaques. And from a weird way, this is kind of fascinating content to watch. Genuinely, it's really different, but in a way that's kind of hard to monetize or engage with.
Right. But I know. I wish the stream was like better. Like I was so pissed that I was kept cutting out like halfway. Like I feel like some of the issues with my content is like that could have been theoretically really good content if it had been like a solid stream. Like the quality had actually been better. Just kind of a bummer.
I think part of it is you seem to underestimate your audience, which is kind of fascinating to watch. Like you said when you were doing the Spicy Pit thing, you were like, oh, but I was in different t-shirts. And we were like, yeah, we all caught that. What we didn't catch was the mixed metaphors, like why you did this. Like, I think one of the things that was like, genuinely disappointing.
Spice Pit shit. Wait, Will, did you bring up you were in different colored t-shirts like people didn't get it? Why do you think everybody around you is so stupid? That is the most disrespectful cunt shit. Like, that's so mean. Like, that's an obvious fucking tell. Like, have you seen Claw's shit? Do you think there's a deep metaphor in what Claw does? You just do it with, like, slightly better rendering. Because he's doing it in one go.
Claw, there is a deep meaning in Claw. Everything has him beating his girlfriend.
No, there's no deep
That's
meaning
a deep
to Claw.
meaning.
There's no deep meaning to Claw.
There is a deep meaning. It's him beating his girlfriend and it getting caught.
Literally, I've been watching it for 2 years. The deep meaning to Claw is that he's trying to go ahead and get avenge Luke Pelly's sexual assault at a party that happened during Twitch stuff back in 2019, but is completely incapable of making that actually take off at any point, which is why that came up in the Slicker thing in the first place. Claw became insane by this, but then he also started fucking Megan, and that's where it gets weird, because Megan went back to jail and Claw, I think, is getting out on bond later tonight. Just so you know. So no, like with Claw, it's like you are the vestige of everything that is like the feminist joke about white dudes. Will.
Do you know what? Actually, do you know what? Fuck it. I want to give you one actual constructive piece of criticism, like genuinely constructive. What I think you need to do with your produced videos is I think you need to get somebody regularly who you trust and who has a lot of experience watching videos, and fucking show it to them first. Because if you had showed that to anybody else who was like being good faith, they'd be like, the most interesting part of this is the Twilight Zone framing. And if you framed all of it as
What?
Does your girlfriend tell you you're doing good at this stuff?
I don't really show her too much of my stuff, to be honest.
Okay.
Keep it more.
Fair. No, you shouldn't. You absolutely shouldn't ask your girlfriend. Like,
no, that's not what I was. That's funny though. No, I.
She does seem likable.
I don't want to. I don't want to. Yeah, shit. I think so.
Well, how about, have you tried something like a rebranding, like a Bill and his flannel?
No, that's.
I don't think people would catch on to that one.
Yeah, just brand new channel.
Just become a panel streamer. Do 2 to 3 panels a week, every single week, and just
Bill and his panel.
Yeah.
Yikes! Absolutely not. I have this thing where, like, I feel like if I have other people help me edit the video or like give me feedback on shit to take out, like, then I have to give them credit for helping me make the video.
Sure, do it.
Yeah. No, I don't want that. It's my fucking video. That came out of my brain. That's my fucking video.
The thing is,
like, that's my music for the most of it.
But does that matter very much when you put out like 2 of them in 5 months? Like, wouldn't it be better to just give someone credit but be more consistent with this rather than like have it be yours but not watched by anyone?
Having them review it, like, wouldn't make the process any faster for making the videos.
Do you know? So I know that you've never seen the one sort of full video essay I've put out.
No.
Which was like a law video. It's fine. No one saw it. I didn't promote it at all. But that video, like, I spent a lot of time on. I worked quite hard on. It has a lot of problems on it, but I think I showed it to like 7 people before it released, and those changes were taken into account. And it made a difference. I think it cut down my runtime by about 20 minutes because they were like, that's irrelevant. And it's missing other things, but like they were like, you know, and there were things I didn't take into account, which I fucking should have done. And it makes the content better because ultimately you are not going to fully see and realize everything that's in your fucking head because you need another person. You need an audience surrogate.
I want to tap into.
I disagree.
On that note, exactly. I want to tap into like what is it like? Obviously, I'm not going to fucking armchair psychologist you here, but why are you so averse to sharing credit with people? Like, do you think that if we watched your video and then you said like special thanks to X, Y, and Z, I'd think any less of you as like the creator of that video?
No, I would think less every time I watched it. To be honest, like one day, like, okay, because here's the thing: the reality that Beckett's getting out there of just like cutting shit down. That's like the number one thing, you know, like.
Please, yeah.
They always say, you know, like, you know, when you're making a short film or whatever, you know, cut it, keep cutting it.
Yeah,
you know,
10 to 15%.
Yeah, no, of course, and it's like, you know, you guys should have seen fucking Schrodinger's stash before I made all these cuts to it, you know, and I think that I'm getting better with time because honestly, I felt like the pacing, for Schrodinger's stash was slightly better than Feudalist Hierarchy of Online Poll in some ways. Because, like, I feel like Feudalist Hierarchy of Online Poll has, like, a lot of gas in the beginning, and then it kind of peters out. Whereas I feel like I paced.
It didn't survive that well. We rewatched it today, and all of the most of the alliances you talked about are completely shattered.
I know, it's wild. I know.
And that's great. But here's the issue. So Black Shirt Will the Will that looked into the box, saw the child porn, and was like, I'm okay with this, and then that the current universe Will. That was what I took away from the video, by the way. Is that like you're just like, oh, I've seen past this or seen through it, which means that you do understand that there is something in the box. And I think that you miss like these weird moments, and you need somebody to tell you that that's what that is before it goes live. Right, that's what that bit looked like when you're just like gigging and shouting through seeing the child porn, right?
I mean, guess that's one way to look at it. It's one way to interpret it.
What was it supposed to be? What was it supposed to be, Will?
Dude,
no. What was it supposed to be? Okay.
What do you mean?
Like, this is the question.
There's an infinite number. There's an infinite. Listen, you just let your imagination.
Okay,
run
but
wild.
so here's the thing: you're wearing
I'm not gonna,
a black shirt.
I'm not gonna clarify.
Like, you're making this like
what it
if
is.
you're gonna be going ahead and going with like symbolism, right? Black shirt is like the nihilism of like I've seen the child born and I don't care.
Look,
right?
You're
That's
never,
what it was. Okay,
you're never gonna know what
nihilism.
was inside of the box in Pulp Fiction, and you're never
Yeah,
gonna know what was inside of the chest in
and
Schrodinger's
we're
stash.
making the assumption it's probably child born, and you have it.
And Tarantino
Right?
knows what was inside of the
okay,
box too, or the suitcase.
See, here's the thing, like, yeah, give him a compliment.
He's muted. Fuck this guy.
You're still muted, Evan. Yeah.
We just muted him.
He's been muted this whole time. Literally.
He's trying to say nice things about you.
Still muted. I'm not unmuting. He made
Evan. Your words are worthless.
He made Smeth leave. Like this is a by the way, I only got 10 more minutes, by the way. Okay. If it's really that great, then Beckett can recite it from
I want to give you this as well because I know Boots never got to say this to you. But I know that you hate that you feel like she had no input or something. But she said this on the stream, and I agree with her. Like, the analogy you're using shouldn't have been Schrodinger's. It shouldn't even have been Pandora's. Like, the analogy your video seems to lead to is Wittgenstein's beetle in the box. And I think
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Okay, so Wittgenstein's beetle in the box is a thought experiment that everyone has a box with a beetle in it, but no one ever opens their boxes. No one ever... Well, you know what your beetle looks like, but you don't know what other people's beetle looks like. So basically, that beetle could be anything. It could be a spider, it could be a coin for other people, and it's a perception thing. So when you're talking about how people see AI and like whether you'd open that box or whether like your approach to it, things like Wittgenstein like fit in really well to the analogy you're building. And this is what I mean about feedback. When you're talking to people, you've got this like mixed message. But if you sat down with people who like look more into kind of like, or even like the classical stuff, you were like, I don't think I know Pandora's myth very well. You know people in the space who do classics. Like, if you came to me and was like, what's the myth of Pandora? I can give you like the 3 different main versions. And
yeah, and
you've got access to all that shit. Why not use it?
Not only that, it's like you could just tell me and I'll be like, yeah, dude, this is a good way to not look like the surviving Will universe that you're currently in is the pedophile universe. Okay? Like, this is the thing. Like, when you have to never know. Why don't you trust anyone?
You'll never know, Reservoir.
No, and I mean it. Like, why are you so distrusting?
Well, no, to be fair, Will, to be fair to what Rez is saying, there is like it's not an unfair question, right? Like, I don't know you very well, and this is the thing I'm struggling with. I don't really make YouTube stuff. I only stream. But it seems to me that like content creators by and large are made into who they are by like what I'll crudely describe as like their support staff. So like if I look at my streams, for instance, I only stream 3 days a week because of my 9 to 5. But like I will have people in my community who like voluntarily will vet all of my content recommendations, then collect it into me for me into categories, then have me watch it on stream, during which even when I'm giving them credit, they will then like pay me for watching it on stream, and everyone still like comes back to the stream so that I do it more. And like I'm a small content creator and by no means an authority on the subject. Like I'm significantly less of a presence in the space than you are, but like you have an incredibly high opinion of yourself, and whilst I don't dislike that, I wonder if it doesn't get in the way.
Yeah, it does get in the way. I mean, hey, I'm really happy that like that streamer model works for you. But like I don't want that for me.
No, I'm not hold on. I'm not encouraging you. The point of that wasn't to encourage you to start streaming.
No, but like the support staff idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand. Like
it's like relying on other people.
Make more content, please.
Well, yeah, like the thing is like I feel like I need more support staff like in real life. Like especially for like my next video. Like so I'm gonna be like hitting up some shit for that. Okay, this thing about like doing research about the classics and stuff like that. Like a part of me feels like maybe a mistake that I did was I used too many analogies, right? Like when I said Pandora's box, I simply meant you could open it up and be fucked. that was like to the full extent of what I meant by Pandora's box. Like I know that there's like a whole story and yada yada yada. This thing about the Wittgenstein beetle or whatever, that is pretty fire. Kind of wish I had known about that, honestly. But Schrodinger's cat, the thing is because Schrodinger's cat, okay, was, you know, the history of that is that was like a joke, basically, that Schrodinger had made, you know, to just be like how absurd, you know, these quantum physicist thinkers are, you know, that something could be and not be at the same time, you know, until it's observed.
Waveform. No, it's waveform function.
Yeah, this is the problem with the Schrodinger's. For any of us who know Schrodinger's cat, you've got a very
like,
pop
it's
culture
an idea about. Yeah, there's a pop culture of it, but then there's also the particle in a box functionality of it.
Yeah,
because
so
particle in a box is a quantum function, which allows us to go ahead and determine what waveform functions are, because all matter exists as both a particle and a wave, and that is what Schrodinger gets there. Yeah, it's like it's the idea of mechanics.
Okay, right, but mine is literally though more about the idea of something, you know, being in a box. That's why it's like the Schrodinger's cat. Like I'm not talking about, you know, the fucking, you know what I mean? You set up the things and you shoot the particles at it and they could go through this side or this side, and it isn't until you actually observe that you see.
Experiment.
Exactly. Yeah, but I mean, okay, so from Schrodinger's cat, okay, we get like the many worlds, you know, hypothesis. Yeah, we do. That's where that comes from. That's downstream of that.
To the guy you have muted. Sorry.
Oh, well, fuck that guy. So like the thing that I'm more interested, you know, is like the idea of extrapolating like the many worlds hypothesis from Schrodinger's cat, and then the idea of like on everybody's computer, like, you know, could be anything, kind of like how there's like an infinite number of worlds that exist, and the only way that we could ever like know what's on anybody's computer is like to look or to observe it, you know. And then it's like, well, then what do we do? Are we gonna have like an AI on everybody's computers and stuff like that? That's kind of like more of the conversation that I wanted to have. I guess I didn't do it properly.
Sure, and like I know you want to wrap up, so I will say this: at least you have made the same mistake as Warner Brothers in releasing the new Flash film, that you've started talking about multiverses at the point where literally no one cares, which is a genuine critique of the new Flash film. But you know, look, I honestly want, like, I don't want to see anyone actually fail. I honestly want you to, like, I know this has been like quite a lot of brutal criticism at the end, but I just want you to use it. And do you know what? If you like, there were salvageable things, like the fucking do things in a Twilight Zone thing, like fashion. If like, I think if you start shooting things in black and white and start like producing like short form video movies on topics you care about in a Twilight Zone fashion, I think that would be fucking great. Actually, I think that would be highly watchable, because the trailer is the most watchable part of that video. It's actually very well done.
But like, dude, Beckett, you understand that I'm glad you're saying that, and I appreciate that. I've had like 5 people come up to me and say that's the shittiest part. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
like, so what if so fuck those people. I respect you, but fuck you, and I'm just gonna have to keep doing what I'm doing. One day we'll figure it out. This is the thing why it's like I don't trust anybody. Like, I trust like what I feel like when I see it, and I'm just gonna keep doing that, and then that way, you know, you guys, the audience, you know that when you watch the Will and His Channel production, it's just Will. Like, maybe I had a little bit of help here and there, but like, this was
not a good thing.
I fucking reviewed this bitch. I saw it on the cutting room floor. One day it will be, you know. I mean, I'm just gonna get better with time. I'm just fucking starting, you know. So,
all right.
Well, I look forward to the next one. Hopefully, it takes you less time than 6 months. Genuinely.
I think so. I'm hoping that like September-ish, maybe. We'll see. It's
about gang stalking. Are you gonna start gang stalking somebody?
No, the gang stalking one. Okay, actually, gang stalking might be done before that.
Hypothetical universe where you're not gang stalking.
Well, like, I'm gonna spoil everybody for what our accent's racist. The opening scene, okay, of Our Accent's Racist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go to a comedy club and do 5 minutes of comedy on camera, and yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Do you know what? Unironically, I can't fucking wait. That sounds amazing.
Let's go.
Yeah, I just like, do you know what? Yeah, fuck it. That's an actually good idea. Congratulations. That's a fucking great idea.
Please go.
So yeah, so look, you know, there's something about the Will and His Channel brand, you know.
Strategy.
Oh yeah, you know, it's listen, I can lean into, you know, people like to watch my content to make fun of it, you know. That's okay. You know, I have a sense of humor. So this will be a good time.
Okay. Well, does anyone else have any closing statements?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Will
this
you
is
suck in your dick?
Just before Alexa, hold on. Just before you jump in, because I'm curious. Alexa, hold on, because I already know what you're gonna say, and I can say it more succinctly and in a way that people like will actually enjoy.
Fine.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Honestly, I think it's fair to say that this panel, broadly speaking, was boring as fuck. Like, I wouldn't watch this in my free time. And I hope that this isn't like an indication of what your Wills or Smeth's videos feel like, because from like a selfish standpoint, right? Like, I stream for about 12 hours a week, and I'm not committing like an hour to 2 hours of that time on a video that like strikes me as boring as fuck, because the person making it strikes me as boring as fuck. Now, obviously, I wish you all the best, but like, fuck things. I wish you all the best. I'll just leave it there.
Yeah, this was garbage. This was trash. This was all Beckett's idea. This wasn't mine. This was literal garbage. Everyone messaged me saying it was trash. I agree. So if you agree it's trash, join my Discord, follow me on Twitter. This was fucking stupid.
I had a great time. Hey, thanks for having me on. I really had a great time.
This is one of the worst things I've ever put my stamp on.
I played Magic the Gathering during this whole thing. I've had a great fucking time, dude. All right.
It was nice seeing you all.
You would have a great time if you were getting horse fucked by a cat. Like, that's
Boom, another Will in his channel production. I hope it was enjoyable. I don't know if it was or not. I have no idea how many people were even watching the whole time. But yeah. Anyways, I'll see y'all later.